In 2022 presidential election, upon Chebukati declaring William Ruto the winner of that election, I immediately did a video in this platform titled, "A Very Sad Day in Kenya as Impunity Wins." 2 years down the line, looking on how Kenyans are behaving, I cry for my beloved country. It appears the impunity that won in 2022 is slowly creeping back, and if patriotic Kenyans are not careful, that impunity might win again. If Kenyans are not careful, that impunity might win again. That impunity that imposed bad leaders on Kenyans, that impunity might win again. If Kenyans can abuse and insult someone who was detained for over 8 years fighting for them, if they can call such a person mganga, msaliti, conman, then something is seriously wrong with the Kenyans. And maybe the gods will never forgive Kenyans. If Kenyans can now start worshipping or embracing someone who was sacked for mismanaging of relief food, someone who has been talking of a shareholding government, someone who organized goons to storm other people's farms, if that's the person Kenyans are worshipping and starting to embrace, it's a very sad day in Kenya, and impunity might win again. But as patriots, we are going to stand firm in telling Kenyans the truth. And this is a message we will be preaching on a daily basis. And eventually, we will be vindicated. We are not cowards here. Let's have a look at a very interesting story, a story that is going to inform the basis of our analysis right now. How Rigathi Gachagua factor stopped Ruto's Bunge purge. If you go through that story, President William Ruto has slammed the brakes on the intended purge of his critics and internal rebels from planned parliamentary committee leadership positions. The move may come as a temporary reprieve for several allies of impeached DP Rigathi Gachagua who were facing ouster for defying positions taken by the party. The Raila Odinga-led ODM party was pushing to occupy some of the key leadership positions that were going to fall vacant in the event of a shake-up. Some of the former PM's allies were to take over the post left by the targets, mostly those who opposed or hesitated to take a position in the impeachment of Gachagua. At least 10 committees were to be affected by the changes, including the Budget and Appropriations Committee. The changes had indicated were to be effected before the lawmakers proceeded for the long recess have since been shelved. National Assembly Minority Leader Junet Mohammed, who was to lead the process, told the Star the changes have been posed. He did not divulge further details. We have held a little bit. I will give updates when we embark on it, said Junet, who is serving his third term as Suna East Member of Parliament. According to other parliamentary sources, President Ruto has urged his compatriots to allow the political temperatures post-Gachagua ouster to cool down. The president is said to be not keen on starring more dissent, especially in the Mount Kenya region whose MPs were to be mostly affected by the purge. Gachagua has been leading the charge against Ruto, with MPs who participated in his removal, especially those from his Mount Kenya backyard, facing nightmare. Kiaru MP Ndindi Nyoro was to be ousted from the budget committee as chairman and replaced with Molo MP Kimani Kuria, who is currently chairman of the Finance and National Planning Committee. The story continues. ODM had expressed interest in the Finance Committee, which ordinarily is occupied by the ruling party or coalition of parties. In President Uhuru Kenyatta's time, the committee was chaired by Gladys Wanga, Homa Bay governor, as part of the negotiations that followed the Uhuru and Raila handshake. Several members of the powerful and influential budget committee were to be removed amid competition for about 30 slots. The impact of the changes has been projected as devastating, especially with the protest over government policies like SHA, as well as on taxation, a source said. It's a long story. Let's dig deep into that for Kenyans to understand what's happening here and what that means. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Let me say this. If William Ruto wants to fail, if he wants to go home very early in the morning, let him try pleasing the mountain and the other side at the same time. Ruto impeached Rigathi Gachagua. He should let the mountain go. Let him find a replacement to that mountain. He should not think or attempt to please the mountain and the other side of ODM at the same time. If he does that, he will fail and he might be a one-term president. If he does that, he's going to fail because now the mountain will not embrace him per se. The other side of ODM strongholds will also not embrace him per se. So he will remain in the middle. And being in the middle, now that his government has seriously failed to deliver, that can be very dangerous for William Samoei Ruto. What he must now do is to decide either he wants to work with the mountain or to work with other Kenyans. From where I sit, William Ruto should try as much as he can to endear himself to ODM strongholds. And I repeat, Nyanza, Western, Coast, Nairobi, Northeastern. If William Ruto plays his cards very well, a majority of Kenyans in those places will vote for William Samoei Ruto. And I'm saying that without any fear of contradiction. Ruto has just to play his cards very well. But this style of trying to please the mountain, this is a strategy that will clearly backfire on him. He has to let the mountain go. The moment he impeached Rigathi Gachagua, William Ruto should not be very much ambitious of the mountain vote. And initially when William Ruto started the impeachment, I've been explaining in this forum that William Ruto does not need the mountain's vote. He only needs a section of it. And William Ruto should stick to that. Let him first bring the mountain's replacement, and then later he'll reach out to the mountain after the mountain will have missed him. For now, the mountain is still rebelling. This is not the right time to please the mountain. Let him allow the mountain to cool down by making sure he blacks them out in his government. And he should start by removing all the Rigathi Gachagwa's allies who are still in these committees. These are people who will still betray William Ruto for maybe Rigathi Gachagua or any other alliance. It's better for William Ruto to deal with them early enough. Let me stop it there. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Kenyans are very forgetful. And that's also something that gives me joy, because I know today they're abusing us, but sooner or later they will be agreeing with what we are saying here. That's what gives me joy. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.